Welcome to Knights of the Roundtable. And today, this could get crazy. Rick, I'm not sure, but I think we have 4 senior cheerleaders here, and when that happens, it's usually not good.
All right, so let me introduce everybody. First of all, we have to state the obvious. We're in a cozy little spot in here, Jerry. We've never been this cozy, but you know, we're gonna get through it because we're professionally trained here.
That's right.
So we've got Alexis Johnson, and we've got Nalia Keeney, that's right, and Amelia Moore and Anna Day. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
We're absolutely excited to have you here. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is, when I was in college, I was a cheerleader. And that's my first thing I want to ask is, how come we don't have guys as cheerleaders?
We do, actually. Now.
Well, I saw yesterday at last night's game, you had some guys out there. Were they actually cheering or were they just spotting?
They're there to help us stunt.
Yeah?
It's relatively new. Just trying out some new stuff.
Absolutely. I think you ought to get them in there. Will they be there when you guys go to sectionals, or are they...
Oh, hold on. We're not supposed to say anything about that.
Oh, the secret? Okay.
We don't really know what's going on yet, so we don't want to make any promises. So we don't know for sure when they'll be there.
We're uncovering the state secrets here already.
The paparazzi. We'll be right on this.
All right, so cheerleading. Tell me about cheerleading, Alexis. How long you been a cheerleader?
I did it since third grade up until middle school, and then freshman year I didn't make it. Sophomore year I made it. Sophomore year I opted out of it, and then senior year I came back.
Junior year she opted out.
All right, and it's been all glory ever since, right?
Yeah.
Now, Nalia, you've been around for a long time.
I've been a cheerleader since third grade and haven't gotten a break since.
Yeah, and you like it, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I'm planning to cheer in college, actually.
Oh, great, that's great. Same for you, Amelia.
Yeah.
You've been around for a long time,
Since third grade.
All right.
Never stopped.
And Anna, you've been in it, and you came back.
So I was in it since third grade, and then I took the first 3 years of high school off just for band and schedule purposes.
You're busy now. You're still in drumline, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you had a competition yesterday in the afternoon, and you were back at the gym last night. So
Yeah, I had to leave early.
yeah, you're an awful busy girl, I got to
yeah.
tell you that. So what's coming up that we need to know about? There's a championship coming up. Tell us about that. Amelia, go ahead.
TEC competition is all of the cheer teams in TEC, and we are performing March 8th at 7 at Lincoln, and we really hope that everybody comes out. We need
a cheer
definitely
block.
need the support.
We do. I think
we
they might be
cheer for
coming.
everybody
Yeah.
all season. This is like our one time to shine and
All
really
right,
show
all
like
right.
what we bring.
So this is the part of the show where I look into the camera and I address the cheer block, okay? So this is where you guys can see this, you hear, all right?
Yes.
These girls put a lot of time, effort, sweat, pain and suffering into, bringing it for you guys. Now it's payback. So we need a cheer block at Lincoln, right? Lincoln High School in Cambridge City. And that's Tuesday night,
Yep,
Yes.
March 8th
8th.
at 7 p.m.
7 o'clock. Be there a little early
Yeah,
so you
show
get
up at
rowdy.
show up an hour early because the bleachers are usually filled by 6:30.
Are they really?
Yes,
So
they are.
you guys got it right there. So get down there
Yes.
to Lincoln. It's not that far away, just down the highway. Get there. And how long would they expect to be there?
Probably till about
9:30.
Okay, a couple hours roughly.
Yeah.
All right, so are we going to win? That's what I want to know.
Hopefully.
We're hoping.
I think so.
With the community
I think we
support,
are.
we should.
All right.
Now, we've been told by reliable sources that we have.
Reliable, okay.
Reliable sources that Northeastern has never won this.
No,
Nope.
we've not competed since my freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
We competed our freshman year, and it's disappointing we didn't make top 3, but that's why we're coming back even stronger this year.
Well, there you go.
All right,
Good.
so what do they have? A panel of judges? Who judges this?
It depends.
A little bit of everybody.
I think there's
have-
like one person from each school or something
Yes,
like that.
that have been and know like what they're doing. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so we perform
All right.
practice.
So what do they judge? What are they looking for? There's some moves that you're
Yes,
required to
yes.
have. I mean,
Yes.
obviously a lot of flying, a lot of height, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
is
Can't have a
probably
fear of
fun.
heights.
No.
All right, so you two guys, Nalia and Amelia, you guys fly all the
Yes.
time. I watch you guys
I'm
fly.
basing now mostly, but I used to fly.
Okay, what is basing? You have to. We don't
We
really.
like lift the girls.
Yes.
The base and
Oh,
then
okay.
the back spot is in the back helping lift as well.
Okay, so you're not on top of the pyramid anymore?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I opted to base and
All right.
let other people fly because
Okay.
It's scary.
Oh,
Some
it
of the
is
things
scary.
are scary.
Hey, I'm not getting up there.
Yes.
Leah, you're a flyer.
I
see
am.
you're always flying. You know, you're ding, 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 ding. I don't know what that's called, but the backflips. That
Yep, tumbling.
Tumbling.
Yeah.
So is that considered a flyer, a tumbler, or a flyer
No,
is someone
just
that
a-
goes
Flyers and
way up in
tumblers
the
are
air?
completely different.
Yes.
All right, so you have to explain to us, Alexis. You tell us what's the difference between a tumbler and a flyer. See, we
Tumbler.
don't know what's going on.
A tumbler has gymnastics background where they can do all the fun flips, you know, back springs, full outs, tucks.
All right, so
That's-
when you're tumbling across the line there, when they're introducing, when the team comes out, that's
Yeah.
tumbling.
Yes.
All right, so what's a flyer then?
Flyer,
flyer
is someone we lift and
Okay.
are willing to do our little libs with one leg.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
arabesques as well. They're the ones with the leg behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're the one getting thrown into the air
They
every
go
single
in the
time we
air.
go on the floor.
Yeah, so you get up there too. I mean,
Yeah.
you really, there's a lot of height on
Yes.
that. And everybody else just holds their arms out and hopefully you
Yeah.
fall.
In my head, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's all of my trust is going into my bases. Make like
Right.
Yep.
people don't realize how many injuries they come within cheer, but you're getting
Yes.
tossed 30 feet in the air. Of course, there's going to be some injuries.
Yeah.
So have you ever lost her in the lights? And you go, whoa, I can't fire.
Yes,
Let her
yes.
slap.
In the cafeteria.
Really?
Like the light, like
Every
the lights
time.
on the stage, we have to be careful because if we throw too high, we could like touch one of them. So we-
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Our coach gave us a bet that if our bases could toss us and our heads hit the ceiling, she'll give us a $15 Starbucks card.
Oh my goodness. So
Ah.
did you get the card?
I
or
touched the
something?
ceiling, just not with my head. That was too scary.
She told us no. She said she was kidding.
Yeah. All right. So wow, that's I'm afraid of heights. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
I could never be. I'd be down. I want to be on the bottom of the base, right? That's what
Yes.
you call it,
Yes.
the base, just catching
I'm proud of
anybody
you.
who flies
You know
off.
your vocabulary.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes.
learning. I'm learning. All right, so again, you don't tell us any top secrets, but what about the thought of getting guys in cheerleading? You know, I mean, being part of the squad year
Yes.
round all the time.
They're
Yes.
just stronger.
Yes.
They add
They
so
add-
much more.
Anna, you
they
tell
do.
you tell us that. Okay, what
So-
would an advantage of having a guy in there, or several?
Right. I know like a lot of other teams, they try to get their like football player guys.
Right.
Because they have so much muscle built up from their seasons, and they're really just like willing to use all of that.
Right.
And usually they're just used for like basing.
Yeah.
So like last night at the game, we were doing basket tosses with them. She almost hit the ceiling. Like they're high.
I have a photo of it. I was pretty close to the American flag that comes down during games.
So you remind me a lot of your mom. Okay, you're not very shy.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot.
So I'll tell you some of the things we used to do with the girls: get them on our shoulders, get them up from the, use a quick move, and whatever this thing is called, where they lock their arms and they're up when they're introduced to the play. Extensions, yeah. So those are some of the things that we used to do, and that'd be fun because it's great. You do those things when they're introducing the player, number 22, and then you do your thing and turn around and
Yeah.
that type of thing. So having guys would be good. You guys all
They
think
give
that would
us
be-
a second to breathe.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're there, we're like, okay, I can trust them. They're not as tired as we are.
Yeah.
So it gives us a second to stop screaming the cheer and actually take a second to breathe so no one gets hurt.
Okay, but they got to learn to do the dances too,
Oh,
right?
oh,
Some.
Oh, yeah.
We've tried to teach some of them tumbling, but that is just.
when they don't have a
Little
gymnastics
too-
background, it's a
little
little
too
hard.
Yeah.
I think that would be a bit much, especially for a 250-pound lineman to try.
Yes.
Hey, it'd be a little impressive though, right?
It would
Yeah,
be
it would.
great, you know?
Whip out their toe touches.
Yes.
So if you went to, okay, so now this opens up a whole nother line of questioning. Again, don't give me any trade secrets,
Okay,
all right?
yeah.
But if you had guys at these championship things that you go to, would that be helpful, do you think? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would.
We just have
Not
such
saying
a-
that we can't do it on our own. We've been working for months, just all girls, but it's just it really helps having the guys there because then I'm not worried. Oh, am I gonna get caught? Because they're not as tired as we are.
All right,
It
yeah,
just-
because
yeah,
you
it just
guys are
gives us a break.
cheering. Number one, you're cheering, and when you're cheering, you're dancing. There's a move, dance move,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of a workout, I would assume, as you're going
Yes.
through the night.
Yep.
You start with JV, and then you go
It's
to
our
varsity.
exercise.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of exercise. So the guys, they can be a little more lazy, you think, and then maybe
Yes.
so they can catch you. So Well, that's interesting.
You should watch them try to learn counts.
It's
Oh.
funny.
It's really funny.
Is it like a couple left feet? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have a lot of energy, Jerry. I'm sensing a lot of energy.
Well, and I have always sensed that with cheerleaders when I referee. There's a lot of energy there. They're usually like strolling all over the place, and they do a lot. And and it adds another aspect to it. What we talk a lot about is not just a game;
Yeah.
it's an event.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everybody, the band adds to the event. Cheerleaders add to the event.
Cheer block.
The cheer
Cheer block,
block.
yeah.
Now let's talk cheer block
My
here for
mother.
a second.
Yeah.
Are those people insane or what?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
We're
We-
just trying to like tell them different things, like different callbacks to cheer with us. So we're like a whole big group,
Yeah.
and it's not just like us and not just
It's not just the
them.
cheerleaders cheering; it's the crowd in general.
Well, I tell you what, we've talked about that. We've done a lot of these type of things, and we've talked a lot about the cheer block. And we think, starting with volleyball and football, we've had a tremendous cheer block.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's been great. Now we got sectionals coming up. Do you guys get excited about like sectional tournaments and things
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah.
our favorite time of the year,
Yep.
definitely.
Senior year, it's not my most favorite because it means it's one game closer to the end, but
Yes.
like that? Yeah. So you're looking forward to sectionals then?
I
Yes.
am actually.
All right,
Oh,
so-
and hopefully regionals.
Yeah, and who knows what after that, right?
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be fun to just keep going? So get to, the field house in Indianapolis would be tremendous.
It would.
Yes.
So let me ask you, are we going to have guys in the sectionals? Are they coming with
Yeah,
you?
they're coming.
All right.
Actually, I don't know yet.
They're coming.
Okay.
All right.
I
all
do
right.
know.
Do they have uniforms? I noticed last night it looked like just had T-shirts. So
Yes,
we're going to
they
get them
have
uniforms.
our cheer competition T-shirts that we have and shorts. That's what their uniform is.
Okay. All right.
So what some of the boys were wearing last night.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I just noticed there were guys out there. And during the broadcast area, I mentioned that.
Yep.
Hey, we got guys out there.
Yeah.
I mean, because I've always been advocating for guys, whenever we've
course.
talked about this.
Yeah,
so.
we've kept it a secret for a while, but we decided
Well, the
senior
secret's out.
night, come out with a bang. We're ready.
Yeah, well, let's talk about senior night. You're all seniors, okay? So we saw you all last night during the basketball game. So let's go one by one. What's the emotions that you have, Alexis, when you're marching out there with your family or whoever it is?
Sadness.
Yeah,
I feel
Man,
like that's something for all of us.
I don't want it to end yet.
yeah. Reality settling
yeah.
in.
College life after this, it's
Yeah.
gonna
So what are your plans for the future?
to go to IU East for pre-med.
Pre-med, so you want to be a doctor? All right, so you can come back and fix up all those cheerleaders who fall off the pyramid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Nalia, what do you want? You've got some pretty ambitious stuff. I heard Chad Dillon, what he said you're going to do. I couldn't even pronounce half of it, so.
I am planning on attending IU Bloomington or Indiana Wesleyan to study nursing or pre-med to become a NICU nurse or a NICU nurse or a pediatric surgeon.
All right, so you
Maybe an OBGYN, who knows?
all right, but you want to work with babies.
I do.
All right, so that's your heart right
It
now.
is.
I gotta say one thing. Woo! There you go.
Oh, but you're going to be a cheerleader, right?
Hopefully, or maybe track. Depends on how this year's track season goes. I actually hold 2 of our school records as of right now.
Oh, wow.
Planning to break my 3rd one this season.
I didn't even know that. That's another question. Do you do other things, Alexis? Other sports?
Thinking about doing track this year.
Okay.
Shot put and discus.
All right.
We will see.
All right, so when you talk about cheering in college, Nalia, if you go to IU, that's big time there.
It is.
That's a full-time gig right there when you're at college
is.
like that. So is that a hope or a dream or?
It is actually, because who knows? Like I looked up the requirements,
Okay.
and I do have the requirements to be an IU cheerleader, but so is everybody else that's going to be there.
Sure.
Some of the things that I can do now aren't going to cut it in college.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to really, really train hard.
Well, good luck.
Thank
All right,
you.
Amelia. Again, what was it like coming out for senior night last night?
I didn't think I was going to be that emotional, but
Yeah.
it's definitely just a lot of emotions. Just stepping out on the floor for the last time.
Right.
I
This is
remember,
the
like,
last time you're going to be in this gym, as far as
Yes.
being a cheerleader.
It was our last
Yes.
time doing the school song in this gym.
Yeah.
And
Just
She
a
didn't even-
lot of,
she didn't
lot
get
of
to do it.
emotions.
Yeah. And what are your plans for next year after graduation?
I will be attending IU East
Okay.
to become a I will be majoring in elementary education with a minor in special education.
All right, so you want to be a teacher.
Yes.
You just love school so much, you
I
want to
do.
come on back. So
I cadet actually for elementary. I was in Mrs. Johnson's class for the first half, and I'm in Miss Summers' class.
Okay.
And I love it.
Are you wanting to do kindergarten?
Yes, I want to be a kindergarten
Oh,
teacher.
good Lord, you are a saint.
Yes,
For
I had
real.
Mrs. Johnson as a kindergarten teacher, and now I cadetted for her, which is really cool.
Well,
So
you
I
have to
go
That's
back.
nice.
Well, you have to understand, we call ourselves Two Old Guys Production because we're old, and the thought of working with kindergartens puts us to bed by 7:30.
Yes,
Okay.
I definitely
too.
love it.
You have to have the energy.
Yes, I'm actually here. I work at the elementary. I do latchkey, so me and Anna both. We are here
Okay.
at 7 in the morning every day,
Every
Oh
morning.
wow.
watching kids.
Okay.
And then come to school, and
All
then
right.
practice.
And you do that every single day,
Every
and
single day.
sometimes you get
Morning.
games after that, or
Yeah.
you guys, because you practice probably before the game.
Yeah, we have
you're-
practice before
you're
the
doing
game,
something.
and then we have a game. So most of the time, I'm at the school from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
All right. Well, I'm already worn out now, Amelia. We're worn out. All right, Anna. What are your plans? First of all, tell us about senior night and the emotions that go along with that.
I think I wasn't super emotional, just because I'm not really an emotional person.
Okay.
But seeing our younger teammates get real emotional about us leaving was the hardest.
It really was.
That's definitely
Yes.
what got me. But I plan on going to Indiana Wesleyan to study music education,
Yeah.
and I will be a part of their marching band there. I just got my acceptance letter. So.
Wow.
Oh, good.
They got a good band up
They
there.
do have a
They
great
do.
band.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good gig for you. And you are in band. I know you're in drumline
Yes.
right now, and you've been doing that for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the mallets, Jerry?
Oh,
We
yes,
had
I remember
Anna
mallets.
before the
The
mallets.
mallets.
Okay, see, we remembered the mallets,
yeah.
okay? So remember that. So what else do we need to know about cheerleading, all right? We don't know anything. Now we're knowing
I
a
thought
little
you
bit
said
more.
you were a cheerleader.
Well, yeah, but that was a lot of years ago. And our uniforms were a lot more
I
modest
think
back
that
in
was.
the day.
I think
okay?
that's been XXVIII.
A few more years ago, you guys were not around, I can promise, and maybe even your parents weren't around yet. It could possibly be, so.
My mom still likes to hold a grudge on what she could do, and I still can't.
Oh, okay, well, your mom is famous, Lisa Kinney, all right? She's famous by the boom in her voice, okay?
Yes.
So, Lisa, if you're
She's
out
famous
there.
for almost getting kicked out of 3 of our games already.
But did she not get kicked out?
She
though, right?
didn't. She hasn't. She's never been kicked out of a game. Actually, you know, Trisha, Libby,
Yes.
Yeah.
she ended up screaming at a game, at one of my brother's games, like, and it went, the whole crowd, like, the whole gym went dead silent. And the ref knew my mom so well that they immediately thought it was my mom who screamed and not Trisha. So they walked up to my mother and yelled at my mom instead of Trisha.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
they threatened to kick her out right
Oh,
after
we're
that.
getting off the rails. Isn't this great, Jerry? This is exactly what we wanted to happen. So.
We're getting to the dirt now. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like Springer.
Jerry Springer. You
Jerry.
realize millions of people are going to see this, right? So your
Yes,
mom's
yes.
name and
Sorry, Lisa. I love you. I love you so much, Mom.
oh, that's fun though. Well, Jerry, what do you got? Anything else here?
Well,
This has been fun.
It's
yeah.
been fun. It's been a good time, and you know, we're going to put a shout out to the school board. You know,
Yes.
they gave us kudos the other night at the school board meeting, saying that how well our show does, and that we're including everybody. And We've had
Exactly.
the band in, the damsels, cheer. I mean, you know, we're having everybody.
Yes.
And getting them out there and letting people see what's going on with the programs that they do, because you know, obviously, you know, when we're in the community like we are here, there's lots of different parts of the community, and the cheerleading is just one part of the community. So we
Exactly.
appreciate everything that you do.
And that's why we're hoping that we already have a lot of people on our Facebook page that have said that they are for sure coming to TEC.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to get a lot more. So if
Yes.
it's March 8th at Lincoln at 7 p.m. Show up an hour
Yes.
early. Please come. Please support us. This is our one chance to get cheered for when we cheer for everybody else. So.
Jerry, I think you and I could step out, and these guys are going to take over. Okay? They absolutely don't need us here.
I don't think so.
Please do. Because I would be wonderful. We're shooting this on a Sunday night, and
Yeah.
we appreciate the girls coming in.
Yeah,
and
we're
all
actually
that.
decorating right
Yeah,
now.
we are
We're
decorating for
decorating
sectionals.
this for sectionals.
Yeah. So this will probably drop on Tuesday or so.
This here
maybe
will probably be out Monday.
Monday. Okay. So we'll try to get this out so people can see you well before sectionals and
Yes.
and the TEC competition. But anyways, anything you want to ask an old cheerleader like me?
What was the hardest thing you had to do when you were a cheerleader?
Show up to practice.
Me too. Sometimes I don't even want to come.
Yeah.
I'm laying in my bed half the time and show up a little late.
I will tell you, and I went to a small college, okay? It wasn't big time like IU or even IWU, okay? If you're going to cheer there, it's still a pretty good commitment. It's a commitment.
It really is.
It's like if you're going to play basketball almost, you know, you're going to commit to that sport because you have, even on the off season, you're working out, you're in the gym, and they require that. So even the small schools that I went to. So that's what it is. So for me, it's a big commitment, and that's what I'm going to tell you guys. It's a real big commitment if you want to follow along with that. But it's fun. You know?
It is. We have been showing up for months. We have probably altogether in practices have practiced for 3 days, like in total with how many hours for a 2-minute and 30-second routine.
And you guys,
we're giving everything to this routine.
And you guys actually started in the summer, right? Before
Yes.
school started.
Right at the end of last year, actually.
Yeah. So
It's a full year thing. You never stop.
Yeah. So,
That being said, tryout papers are in the office.
They
Tryout
are.
papers are in
Anybody
the
is
office.
welcome.
Anybody.
Tryouts are on April 1st.
like, Jerry, it's become 4 young ladies production, 2 old guys and a
We're
retired.
retired. So, well, girls, thanks for coming in. We're about out of
Thanks for
time
having us.
here,
Yep.
and you guys have done a fantastic job. And I want to leave it with this right here: 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar, all for the Knights. Stand up and holler, and it's been a good night.